Would you say that it's divine? And we're live with Shadows in Kyoto.
By the same publisher and artist
as Hanamikoji,
which is one of our faves.
It is one of our faves. So this is designed by Wei Min Ling, and it is a 2-player only game that is a little bit Stratego-esque, where we are each different organizations with secret information. I'm the government. Steve is the Oniwaban, a group of undercover spies who are battling my government on the streets of Hanamikoji in Kyoto. And so this is a synchronous. It's not async. Or no, it is async, I think. No, it's not. It's not. But it's like Stratego-esque mini, where we each have 6 agents and they have numbers on them. And we're trying to achieve one of the 3 win conditions by moving those agents on the board. And we can see what our number is because we plan them. But we can't see what the opponents are until we attack them. So, yes.
There's attacking, say no more.
Okay. So, Xena has decided she wants to go outside.
She's just sleeping a bunch.
Alright. Oh, Kabuki Kid got a cockatoo. Yeah. Sorry. They're talking about birds. Macaws. Oh, Kabuki Kid has a macaw. So I've done part of setup, but not really. We're not playing with any of the advanced rules. There are advanced rules in the form of weapons and in the form of these giant tarot-size cards with really pretty art. And we do have one of the promo cards. So there's that. But this is the promo card. Which, yeah. So those are pretty. We are not playing with the advanced rules. Wow, it's cold outside with the door open. Those windows work! I wasn't sure, but now that I can feel the outside air, our new windows work. There also is in the game this, like, sheet that tells you the story of each of the characters, because we have 6 agents, and then there's, like, a thing. Yeah. I haven't read it. But there's theme. They made up stories for these. It's there. Go check it out. Each player is going to gather all of the bits with their player color. It's either yellow or green. Each player has 2 different types of decks. There is the tactic card deck, which has scrolls on the back. And then there is the, they're not shrines. What are they? What are they? The sight. The site deck, which has little buildings on it. Each player is going to get their decks, and they're going to shuffle their 2 decks separately. So I'm just going to get a leg up on Steve with this shuffling. He doesn't know how to play, so he needs to be here for this. This is the same world as Hanamikoji and the same art and artist as Hanamikoji. So, yep. They're government agents and they're spies. And they're battling in the streets of Kyoto. Which is interesting. I'm really happy we paid to get these new nice windows that are insulated so the cold air won't just come into our house and take all the heat out. He left the door open. Alright. So, the little tiny adorable map, which is horribly framed. That is awful. Let's see if we can fix that. That is not how we fix that. There we go. That's better. Alright. What makes sense play-wise? I think there.
If you cut a bunch of dollars in half, that makes sense.
No, that makes federal crimes, actually. If you were curious. Okay.
Hey, if you want to get the dimes, you gotta do the crimes.
Something like that. I'm just getting more out of frame. Okay, so we have this tiny little adorable board. And then we each have our 6 agents, which if this is your first time playing, you're going to need to number them. Also, because I have noticed, and I've played with a few copies of people's games, some of the quality of the meeples is not great. So you kind of want to make sure that if there's any very super obvious marks, you want them to be on the side that you are going to see. And so when you go to sticker them, make sure you put them all in the same direction and figure out which side is the least marred. And so for us, that meant we actually put the stickers on the other side than the way the stickers were shaped. Because there are a couple, I think of the green ones, or the yellow that are like super obviously marked.
The green, I think.
Yeah, so you just want to pay attention.
You flipped all the greens and cut them.
Yeah. So, there you go. For each, I flipped the yellows too. No, I didn't. The yellows were fine. The yellows worked out. It was the greens that had some really obvious stuff.
Like that one that has a big hole in the middle of that meeple's head.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious. You need to shuffle each of these decks individually. And it's in your best interest to shuffle them very thoroughly. So, we each have the same card breakdown in both of our decks, and we both have agents numbered 0 through 3 with 2 2s and 2 3s. 2 of our agents have little red icons for information, so they have actual information that is useful. All of the other agents are dummies. They don't have useful information. The number on the agent is how much they're basically worth, how good they are at fighting. Basically. If you were to encounter another agent in the game, if you move onto the space with another agent, you are the attacker. If you can only move into squares where your opponents have agents, you would be attacking them. You look at the defending value. If your agent is the same or greater in value, you capture the opponent's agent and you put it over here in the captured area. Okay? If at any point the win conditions are basically if you have 2 agents that have information, so if you have the 2 agents with information and you have captured them from your opponent, you win. If you have captured 3 agents who don't have information, so 3 of the decoy ones, you lose because you fell for those decoys. Or the other way to win is to get one of your agents that has information onto one of the spaces on the back row of your opponent. So that's the other way to win. Okay? Steve, how do you win?
You get one of your agents that has information onto the back row of where your opponent is, or you capture 2 agents with information, or your opponent captures 3 agents with no information.
Got it.
What's the difference between the ones with the asterisks and the ones without?
I think that has to do with the advanced.
Of course it does.
Yeah. I have not read the advanced rules yet. So yeah. So, shuffle, 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 shuffle. That is how to win. How do you play, Tiffany? Oh, it's so simple. On your turn, you play a card. You're going to have a hand of 6 cards. At the beginning of the game, you're going to have 4 sight cards and 2 tactic cards. You can play whatever kind of card you want. If you play a sight card, all you do is you move to the color sight depicted on the card. When you move, you must always move one of your agents forward. They cannot move to the side. They cannot move backwards. They can move diagonally forward or straight forward, but they cannot go to the side. So they always have to be making progress.
And obviously they can't go to where there's an enemy unless...
They can, if they want to attack.
Yeah.
So that's the movement with the sight cards. The other way to do things is you play a tactic card. And you will start with 2 tactic cards on your starting hand. And the tactic cards, there's a nice little reference card.
Scrolls?
Yeah. There's a nice little reference card, but there are icons on there, and so they're pretty straightforward. And we'll talk about those as we encounter them. But basically, if they're green, it means you're going to move one of your agents to one of the green spaces. And then if it's gray, that means that it's a secret thingy, which is pretty cool. There's one card, it's called a bait card. And when you play a bait card, you play it face down. and you put a sight card from your hand under it, and basically it's saying if an agent of the opponent, if your opponent's agent steps on the color card that you put with your bait card, you get to attack them.
No, you get to push them away.
Oh, you get to push them away. Sorry. So, that's like the super interesting one. All the other ones are super straightforward. And we'll just encounter them as we play with them. So, are you ready? Okay. You draw, first things first, you draw 4 sight cards and 2 tactic cards. And then you look at your hand, and then you put your agents on their starting spots. And so the agent, you can put your agents wherever, sorry. They're talking about pets. So the agents probably don't want to have them so people can see the numbers. But the starting spots where you're going to put your agents, there's little black dots in the lower right corner of the squares. So you're just going to, once you look at your hand and kind of decide what you want to do, I did not shuffle well enough.
So when you play a sight card, that's the one you move one of your agents to?
Yes, but it has to be a legal move.
It can't be illegal. It has to be a legal move.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the start of the game, we're going to place wherever you want on the numbers.
All right. I am ready to play this game by the numbers.
All right. I'm going to start with my crappy hand. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. So there are 2 gray spots on the board. I forgot to mention these. There are 2 gray spots on the board. These are neutral. You can move into them by playing any card. Then each player has 2 spots on their side of the board, which are special just for them, and only their agents can move into them. So these are my government spots, and I move into it by playing any card. And Steve has 2 spy spots that he can move into with any card. And I can't move into those.
Trixie Hobbitses. Who goes first? I guess you have to play.
You go first. The spies go first.
Spies always go first.
Something like that. Alright. So, spies go first. Bah, bah, bah.
Move into the castle. The castle. I move into the castle. That's where I'm moving.
You actually just moved to your hideout, which wasn't a castle. A castle. Okay, did you draw back up?
Nope.
When you draw back up, you get to pick which deck you want to draw from. When you play a tactic card, though, when you play any card, it's out of the game. And if you can't play a card because you're out of cards, you lose.
Okay. I just want to warn the viewers at home. I've never won a game against Tiffany that's anything like Stratego, including Stratego.
It's true.
I play a little fast and loose with my spies.
Which is funny, because, like, you don't in other games. It's really interesting.
I really love hidden movement limited board games like this. But
Fast and loose. Steve is fast and loose. Wait. I'm attacking. So, I'm attacking Steve. I just realized this is, like, really far away, so let's do this. And maybe we move it closer so it looks less obscure. This would actually have been one where the table cam would have been better, probably. Okay. So, I'm attacking Steve, so I get to look at his.
Oh, but I don't see yours.
You don't see mine, except. Yeah, you don't see mine. So if I were to win this combat, I win if I played equal to or greater than in value. And I would take his and I would put it in the location of where I captured him on the side. If I did not win, which means I played less than, or I have less than, I move back to where I attacked from, and his piece stays. And that's what happened.
So you get to learn information.
Yes. And you learn something too. And then I draw back up.
For the secret things that have movement on them.
The baits? No.
Is movement blocked? Because all of these that have move. So if there's something in the way.
Yeah. You can't. So you can't move. You can't jump over pieces, no matter the card.
Oh. I haven't been redrawing.
We haven't played Lord of the Rings Confrontation, but some people told me I would really dig it, but I'm good with normal Stratego. It like takes long enough. We have another game that's like this. What is the other game that we have that's like this? I can't remember.
Your turn. I mean, we had Confusion, which was like Stratego, but not. But I feel like we have something that's more similar to this. I mean, we have Stratego.
Your turn. I didn't draw. I'm gonna play this blue.
Are we supposed to have a hand of 6?
6.
Okay. I don't know why.
I am attacking this one, which I've seen before, and I'm kidnapping it. I'm capturing it. Which, actually, I probably didn't want to do. But it's fine.
Oh, you need cards of the color
that you're moving on to.
Yeah.
Oh, Bonacour's never reprinting Confusion. Oof.
Oh, wow. It's a fun one.
It hurt my brain so bad.
It's a little weird. I mean, it probably, it has weird components because it's all dry erase and stuff, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of like a mini Confusion. Well, like Confusion is like backwards Stratego.
Da-da-da. It's your turn. I captured your useless agent.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting to redraw.
I captured his 3 with information.
So that has to be one that equaled or beat it?
Yep. See, he captured my 3, or my 0. I captured his 1, and now I have his 3 with information. Yeah. I'm gonna play bait. Oh yeah, that's crazy, Kabuki Kid. Yeah, Marshall was a 1. Marshalls were amazing. Marshalled like crazy. My brother and I played Stratego a lot, and then he stopped playing with me because I would just surround my flag with bombs. And then I learned that he learned that I would do that, so I would surround my, like, Marshall with bombs and then put my flag way over in the middle of nowhere. And then I played with Steve, and I used some of my tricks, and he hated me.
We've never played it again.
Yep.
I got Montanide.
You did get Montanide. That's fine. It's only fair. Alright, I'm gonna play... Wild to go... here.
You do a shrine to move out there. Your turn.
Oh, you did that?
Mm-mm.
I bait. No, I don't. I'm good with that, actually. Never mind. Sorry. I don't do anything. You heard nothing! I didn't draw last time. I read to attack. And it's a 0! Ugh. If I get one more agent with crud information, I lose. The worst. Did you go?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go? I'll bait on that. I did a wild bait.
Oh, you can do that?
Yep. It
Garbage.
says... Oh, no, it doesn't, because this is non-wild. I cheated. In that case, I won't have baited that. Sorry. Say I bait that. To make it fair. And then for my turn, I will play a yellow to go there. And I will draw.
Do a shrine.
Okay.
No. I do a shrine to go. Oh,
You can't go backwards.
I do a defense.
Defend. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Dang it. I'll tunnel to there.
And I'll shrine to go there.
Wild to do that. Yep, of course. That's your turn.
I'll mark it to Is that the one you just attacked with?
Yep.
All residents to attack this one.
Okay. You get it. I'll do wild to go there.
I'll bait. So, do I draw 2 cards if you bait?
Yeah, because you draw back up to 6. It's 50-50 chance that he baited what I want to move on to.
Yep.
So let's find out. Green. It's your turn.
Gotcha.
Tunnel.
Yep. Try. Enjoy your victory, guys.
Wild. Green.
Yep.
And I got my agent with information through.
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun dun. So that is one.
What were your other agents?
I
messed up pretty hard.
2 and a 2.
Ah, okay. Oh, and I realized when I got there that you would leave yours on the one that I can't go to. Like, I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah.
When I was attacking, I was like, oh, the one she's left there with information is on the non-attackable spot.
And that's Kyoto! Or Shadows in Kyoto. So, they actually recommended the game that you play best of 3. Which makes sense, because it sort of depends on what cards come out, right?
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's super quick. So, yeah. But that's how you play a nice game of Shadows in Kyoto.
That was a lot of fun. I did pretty badly, but I enjoyed that. There are definitely types of games that one of us is better at, and the hidden movement games you tend to be a lot better at, which is funny because I like them a lot.
You do. He likes them a lot. He has a lot of war games which are hidden movement genre, and I win.
Like, I really want to play Moscow 41 because it is a block war game where everything is hidden.
And I'll play it with you.
Yep.
I'm willing to play with it with you. Yeah, so. Yep. It is a very nice travel size. You really just need the board and the meeples and the card. Like, this box could be smaller. The board is the reason it's...
Yeah.
It's
it could be quivered,
bigger.
I think, because I think that would fit.
Oh yeah, this will fit in the quiver easily. So yeah, I think if we're gonna play Circle of the Wagons tonight, we can't do best of 3 on this game because Steve is already starting to go.
I'm starting to go. I
He's
did really like the idea of the Day Divine Night, but
do you want to do that instead? I don't know when we do it, next Thursday maybe. There are, each player also has, there's an advanced rule where each player has...
Yeah, I filmed these in the vlog.
Yeah, so each player has, like, secret objects that they can use. And the cool thing is that these are asynchronous. They're symmetrical. They're not symmetrical, they're asymmetrical. There we go. I can figure this out. They're asymmetrical powers, but they're balanced against each other, so, like, we each have the opposite of what the other one would have. So it's kind of cool. And then there are these, like, character card things, which, don't separate them. They're just going to get mashed up. Just put them one on top of the other and put them equals, like you were doing. There are the main
But
big
where are my
tarot
secret thingies?
on top of mine. They're literally on top. And you exploded that for no reason. They're the characters that have, like, special abilities. So when using a tactic card that requires you to mark a site, you may mark 2 sites instead of 1. So there's, like, special power cards that you can play with.
Oh,
So,
wow. Those
yeah.
are...
And they're big and they're tarot and they're beautiful. So yeah, that's Shadows over Kyoto, which Steve has exploded. Shadows in Kyoto. Why do I keep wanting to say over?
There was another game that was over, and I forget what it was. But...
I think it was this one. I think it was Shadows over Kyoto originally.
No, because there's that co-op one, something over...
Crows. No.
No, it's the one with the bombing of China. There was a co-op game.
That's not something I would know about.
Someone was telling us about it.
Okay.
They do extra stickers in case?
Well, I don't know if they do extra stickers in case, but they give you a lot of stickers. You could sticker 3 copies of the game with this.
Yeah, or you could sticker both sides.
Why would you do that? There are lots of stickers if you are so inclined to screw up your stickers, which I did screw up one, so I was happy to have extras. Otherwise, yeah, that's Shadows in Kyoto, designed by Wei Min Ling and published by Emperor S4 Games.
Rich suggests Shadows over Camelot.
Shadows over Camelot.
Could be why.
Yeah,
you're thinking
maybe.
Over.
Maybe Shadows over Camelot is why I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know. Cool. All right.
So what do we like better, this or Hanam Koji, asks the chat.
Hanama Koji.
I think probably Hanam
Think so.
Koji, because Hanam Koji is like battle line with the twists.
We like Battleline.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fun and I enjoy hidden movement games, but like at a certain point when I play against Steve, I'm bored. I mean, I love you and you're good at games that aren't these.
There are plenty of games you're good at.
There's so many games
Hey,
that
if
you
there
are
was
good
a
at.
tile hidden, if there's a tile placement mechanic in that.
Yeah, where you had to make patterns efficiently.
Oh yeah.
You would
If I had to
me.
make a quilt out of my spies, no, I'm gonna make a quilt out of your spies. Or your government agents. Yeah,
You're capturing them. It's not. Yeah. It is a much quieter game because it was a lot more like suspenseful, secret information.
Less zoo animal puns.
Yeah. We did 3. That's pretty good. I don't think we can do Hatsuden. And Steve, I pitched when the camera wasn't on because Danny Devine on Twitter was like, you should play Circle the Wagons because he's one of the co-designers on it. And I was like, oh yeah, we haven't streamed Topiary yet. And so I'm like, ooh, we should just do a Danny Devine night where we play Topiary and Circle the Wagons. But now that I say that out loud, that's not a lot of games. And Topiary you can play with more players, and I feel like it's more interesting with more players.
It is more interesting with more players. And Circle the Wagons is exclusively
It's
2-player.
exclusively 2. So I feel like we should play Circle the Wagons.
Alright, let's play Circle the Wagons.
Sweet, one more stream. Alright, so that's Shadows over Kyoto. I'm trying to think if there's more things that I would say about it.
I didn't realize there were both like the characters and the items and all that. Like I think I want to play the base game a couple more times and lose. I'm just remembering that time we streamed Raptor and we just we kept playing until I won.
You never won.
I never won. We just gave up. Because we played like 3 times off camera and then twice on camera.
Yeah.
I just kept doing worse and worse and worse.
He's not. Yeah. But Raptor isn't hidden movement. It's like...
No, but it's the cards.
Yeah.
It's a simultaneous card selection. So
Yeah.
You
dudes on a map games. I'm just gonna say dudes on a map with objectives that aren't necessarily kill each other. is not your jam.
No.
Yeah.
Although my raptors do make jam out of your scientists. Scientist jelly.
If I remember
Delicious
correctly,
jelly.
that is not how that went. But, you know, whatever you have to tell yourself at night. We're going to play Circle the Wagons next. Circle the Wagons is designed by Stephen Armini, Danny Devine, and Paul...
Stephen Aramini?
Kluka? I don't know. It's a button-shy wallet game. We love this game. And we're going to play it because I don't think we've streamed it yet. Pretty sure we haven't. Shadows in Kyoto you can find online. I don't know who picked it up in the US. Somebody picked up Hanamakoji last year from Emperor S4, so I would not be surprised if somebody picks up Shadows in Kyoto. So that will probably be coming to the States via that method. Otherwise, Emperor S4 is pretty good about being able, you can get their games usually online for like a slightly more. So, yeah. Anything else to say over Shadows in Kyoto? I forgot to put the rulebook in. Like, we played it, and then I feel like we're just like, sweet, next game! We didn't really talk about it.
I don't know. I think best of 3 would be a good format. I think the little items and things are cool. But just in the base, I thought those tactic things were fine.
Yeah, the tactic cards, it's very quick.
Yep.
Which makes sense as why you play best with 3,
well, and I
or
think
best of 3.
Games that have that sort of hidden element to it, it's easy to just get... and especially your movement is determined by the cards. It seems like a good candidate for you could just lose really badly and then come back and win too, no problem.
Yeah. And because of the size of the board and how small it is with the agents, I feel like it would get... With Stratego, there's like a lot of different strategies you can do with the pieces that you put and where you put them and like hide stuff. I feel like you'd run out of strategies on like where to hide things, which is where the item cards and the player cards come in.
Yeah, and the tactics.
Yeah. So, Steve still plays and loses Raptor in his sleep.
Yeah, I do. One thing I would say it's a negative, but you have to be sitting across from someone, so you couldn't, for example, play it on an airplane. I mean, not that, you know, a little bit of turbulence and suddenly you'd flip and see the information.
We wouldn't play it on an airplane. But like a bar.
Yeah, we couldn't play this side by side at a bar. We'd have to go to a table. It's not the...
Could do it. We would be sitting like this.
Yeah,
But we could do it. We've played at bars, games that you're supposed to sit across.
Yeah, but this is like because the angle at which you're sitting, like you could accidentally see the characters.
It's more precarious.
Yeah.
To the game. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but that's just... I mean, it's like we couldn't play Guess Who sitting side by side at a bar.
I mean, you can't, but I can. I should get my niece's Guess Who to see if I'm still really good at it.
Which niece? The one with...
I don't...
Is it the niece with the glasses?
Verless TV, I'm just gonna put this out there. I don't know who you are or why you are commenting random icons once a stream, but I'm inclined to mute you.
It could be a robot that communicates only in emoji.
No, they said something at one point that was like, oh, I'm the only one here. Or something. I don't even remember. Well, Verless TV has been in here kind of like every stream for the last however many, so I don't know. But no, I don't know if we need to ban hammer them. Just pay attention to what they do, and if all they do is emojis, we'll just...
Yeah, because people can't post links anyway, so there's no real point to spam.
Yeah. And I have more mods than I have viewers usually, so...
The mods get to play Chwazi to figure out who gets to do the ban.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Shadows over Kyoto. If you like the hidden movement, a tactical card game, or a tactical small game, this is pretty good. The theme is like, it's geisha women, but it's not really geisha, like it's really interesting. Like they're wearing and doing things that would normally be geisha skills, which Americans have a really twisted view of geishas and get upset about it, which is really weird because if you were actually in Japan, geishas are not sexual, but America made it sexual just because America.
Way to go, America.
And considering Emperor S4 is Taiwanese, I feel like they're going more with the Japanese on this one as opposed to the American interpretation. And that shows in the art. It really does. Like, there's one character who is vaguely sexy, and it's because her kimono has slipped down on the shoulders. But, like, even then, we're not seeing much.
Yeah, this is not like the hyper attractive
these are not.
And they're like, that one's holding a pistol, that one's
they all
like
have
listening,
very high
that one's
up.
like listening in on the radio.
This one's playing an electrified, I forget the name of the Japanese music instrument, but that one's reading, that one's looks like she's about to throw chopsticks like ninja stars.
I think
which
that's
is
her.
awesome.
I think that's her secret weapon.
Yeah,
I think that's her item. Yeah,
but that's awesome. Anyway, so if you were worried about the whole geisha part, don't be. It's really not, unless you're playing with people who only think of geishas in the Americanized way, which is offensive. But it's offensive that they're thinking of geishas only in the Americanized way.
Yeah, it's offensive on the interpretation side rather than the portrayal side.
Exactly, yeah. So, that's my comment on the PC nature of this game.
All right.
Next up.
Shall we hit the trail?
Yes. So, the Oregon Trail. Okay. So, we are going to play Circle the Wagons next. So, if you were watching live, you can just stay in the chat, hang out. I'll send a message like I did last time, just in case nobody gets stuck on the loading screen. But if you hang out, when we come back live, you should just be back with us to play Circle the Wagons. If you aren't watching live, we will be playing Circle the Wagons on another video, which you can find somewhere on the channel. And you should mosey on over to that one if you are interested in seeing what is Steve and I's favorite wallet button shy game. I say that with zero hesitance. This is our favorite of the button shy line. And every time I go to a store, if they had one, I would buy one. Because it's just so good. So, and they're really cheap and super affordable, and they're just really well done. So, we're going to go over to that video now and play that. And if you're not going to watch that, either recorded or live, that's cool. I hope you have a good rest of your day or your evening. Go play some games. If you're not going to play games, maybe just have some you time. If this was your you time, thank you for including us in your you time.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. YouTube on you time. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good night,
right,
Internet.